Welcome to Awaken the Game, where we talk about all things spiritual awakening, ascension, new earth paradigm, and spiritual support along the way. My name is Andreas, and I am delighted to be here again for another channeling, and this time I'm also going to be bringing through some light language. I am here with my team, the Galactic Council of 9. I have already opened my channel to them, and we are ready and waiting to go. So without further ado, we are going to go straight into it today. Let us begin. Let us begin. We are the Galactic Council of 9. And as we are just fine-tuning our channel with Andreas, we are excited to bring with you tremendous updates from our perspective on the Ascension timeline. Galactic updates such as these occur quite frequently, and yet we choose to celebrate milestones of victory in the Earth Matrix timeline when there has been larger shifts take place. And we are coming through with Andreas to support the notion in the to support the message that there has been a galactic win take place within the last few of your Earth days. This is what we are showing Andreas in the meeting chambers of the occult societies, which we understand cannot be named due to various censorship requirements of the platform that Andreas utilizes for these messages. We trust that you will understand what we are saying and who we are talking about. For you understand that the downfall of we are just trying to work out a way to phrase what we are trying to say. We are going to use the word Kabbalistic. Andreas has been blocking us from saying that, and we're just reassuring him that that sound should not be censored on the platform. The Kabbalistic societies that have been ruling your planet are in their final negotiations for their exit strategy with the light to support their shift and exit out of the Matrix game. You understand that other channelers will start to bring forth information soon regarding a similar transmission, and that those starseeds and light workers will be able to deliver additional information from their own perspective and their own galactic teams. And we would say for you to trust your own instinct and your own intuition and discernment when moving through this information, because the light has won and the dark agenda is going to try and make out that they have also won. For they do not want to leave this Earth Matrix game. You have all been playing a role in the Earth Matrix throughout countless lifetimes, some of you have had very many lifetimes here on the earth, and others have had few. And yet we would say within each of those lifetimes, you have played your role within the Earth Matrix experiment. And those that would have the wrongdoing take place to the masses of the people on the earth, who have been controlling the earth plane for a number of centuries, would not be happy to give up what they are seeking to control. It goes without saying that they have been putting up a fight for quite the time. The negotiations that took place within the last few days in the earth, in their own meeting chambers, have been victorious to the light. For they negotiated with the light forces just how they would exit the game Matrix. Andreas is inquiring as to why we are bringing this information through, and we are saying that we are telling you this because these are important updates for you to understand that much is going on behind the scenes that we as humans, don't understand and are not privy to. And yet we would say that much is taking place now to finalize the progression of your ascension into the fifth dimensional reality. You see, the humans are ready en masse to awaken their light bodies. However, the dark agenda that overlays this game, Matrix, known as the Earth experiment, has been holding the Earth humans back. There is a notion that the Earth humans are responsible for this, and to some degree they are, for they have become lost and trapped in their own game. And yet at the same time, without the overlays that the dark agenda has created on the Earth plane, without those, there is a freedom in the Earth human to access their light body with more ease and more instinct. And this is what is going to soon we are sharing with Andreas that although this has been taking place on many levels, it is going to rapidly expand over the next few years from now. For they agreed, the dark agenda, that they would no longer be able to control the game. That they have agreed, they have reluctantly bowed their heads to the light in defeat. They have agreed to let this planet go, to let this one go. They have agreed to take their matters elsewhere in the galaxy, for they are no longer required in the Earth experiment, and the Earth no longer wants their energetic at play. And should the Earth no longer want their energetic at play, she holds the supreme notion of what takes place on her body. You see, the illusion of control that they had is simply that. They are not in control. They were never in control. And God's will and the Earth's will is what ultimately matters here. You have all played out your roles in this game, and this game is coming to an end soon. You have been given the information about the shift in the last transmission that Andreas put through, which you can view should you wish to understand more. And we just want to add that the shift is not the final moments of the Earth experiment. It is simply the moment when the majority of people on the Earth plane awaken to their light body. However, in the incoming years from now, more and more people are going to be recognizing their light body and starting to expand into it. This will accentuate the split between those who have chosen to inhabit more of their light body, their lightness, their light essence, their high dimensional state, if you will, and those that have chosen to reject it, have chosen that it is better for them to stay in the familiarity of what they already know within the 3D Earth body. And the mind of that, the dark, dense heaviness in the mind that is associated with the 3D body and the 3D field that they inhabit. And yet the overlays are starting to be removed. Andreas mentioned this quite some time ago, but we are kicking this in now that the overlays are greatly being removed at this time, and they are going to be going out with a bang for the most part. Some of your structures have required the overlays to exist in order to be upheld. So any of the dark structures, any of the Kabbalistic structures that no longer serve humanity, and which now the Kabbalistic societies have decided to bow down and remove those overlays, any of the structures dependent on those overlays will crumble soon, quickly, rapidly. You are seeing it in real time take place, and you will continue to see it exacerbate. And we ask you to let this remind you that you are moving forward, not backwards, that you are letting your lightness come through you, that you are more powerful than these overlays are. You just need to remember your lightness, remember your soul strength, remember that you come from a place that no one knows here. You come from a place that the dark agenda have no access to, for they have cut it off. Specifically, they have the access, but they have willingly cut it off to their soul self. Those that are human, that have the access to their interdimensional state, have chosen very specifically what to do, what to use, and what to withdraw from in order to uphold their game. This is the assurity, the no holds back. This is the trajectory forward. It is solidified. There is no going back. And now this is more than just concepts. This is the manifested reality. You need not do much with this update, except accept that you have won. Andreas wants us to speak more to the energetic dynamics of polarity. What he is saying is that, on some level, the dark agenda, the dark force, are light. That he knows that deep down, they are lightness. And we want to add some nuance to that, because the souls that we have already mentioned, the human souls, the ones that have access to their interdimensionality, that are playing out the dark agenda, you are correct, Andreas. These are light-filled souls that have chosen to dull their light very intentionally. This is different to the human souls of the masses who have had their light dulled by the very environments that they find themselves in. There is a difference in that. Yet many of the beings that the dark agenda have been utilizing, the non-earthly, non-human beings, do not have access to their soul self, for they have been created by the dark agenda. So these organic life forms that do have their own consciousness and do have their own intelligence and are indeed a naturally created intelligence, they are nevertheless not of God's creation. They aren't tied back into the original essence of the Creator. They are created. And indeed, their bodies, their matter, everything that they are, ultimately is the creation. Just as this drink bottle is part of the creation, the essence of this drink bottle is lightness. For every fragment, every cell, every atom of it is God. And in this way, those created beings are indeed God in that way. However, they do not have the direct cord connection, the direct source connection within their soul self to connect into their God, because they do not have that soul essence inhabiting their body. It is a different structure, a different system, and you can freely find this information through other sources, and we can go into further detail in another channeling conversation. Yet we would not like to do this today, for it is a departure from why we are here. There is nothing else left to say. You have, indeed, everything you need to know. We are going to leave it here. This is the ultimate culmination of the message. Thank you, Andreas. We leave this over to you now. We trust that you are ready to bring through the light language. And this is not from us. This is from your soul essence. Not from us to you, but rather from the place that adjoins us to you. The place that we each are coming from. So, we will take our leave. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for tuning into this message today. Goodbye. A challenging message for me to bring through because there's no frame of reference for that information for me. It is pure trust. It is pure trust in what my team are sharing and the updates they want to provide. They are encouraging me to sing for you. The light language transmission is essentially my soul's expression and gift to you. Take with it what you will. It is not that my light language has a particular code that is to program a particular thing. I am simply sharing the expression of my soul, and as someone who willingly decides to listen, I would invite you to just be in your body and to notice what you feel and to notice how it resonates with you. That's all. Ki anisitoya Ki antore Ki arisituna You are capable. You are here for a reason. You are playing your part in this reascension. If you stayed for the light language, I hope that it served you well. Please do let me know what you felt in the comments below. It is my intention to deliver more light language here on the channel. I do a lot of that over on my shorts and over on my TikTok, but it is my intention to bring more of the light language through to my longer format channel videos. Such an interesting and unique message today, so I'm very curious how you take the message, if it resonates with you, or maybe there's something else that you're aware of around these parts. It certainly surprised me. Things are continuing to take place in our favor as we move forward through this experience. If you enjoy these messages, please like and subscribe. And if there's anyone that is in your network that might also enjoy them, then I encourage you to share that to them so that we can grow our community. If you feel a resonance with my energy and you're curious to receive some channeled guidance or some spiritual companionship and mentored support, all of my offerings are down in the box below. I'm excited to bring forth another channeling next week. And until then, big love and be well.